And we're back with another question, Ron. Ron, I use a crystal pendulum to get answers to my questions. My question is that are the other ways that I can speak to and receive from my guides and my higher self?
Yes, there are other ways. Let's not, and let me go through a pendulum experience. Okay. There are those who think that that's of the devil and all that sort of garbage. And if you say that that's part of the, and then do it, then, uh, what can you expect out of the good to come from something that you fear? Um, the crystal, the crystal pendulum, crystal or any other metal or whatever you use for a pendulum, will give you some answers. And but in your process of watching the pendulum, you ask a question, and the pendulum will be going back and forth, and it'll go around in a circle, and then it will give you whatever you receive for yourself as your answers. It's backwards and forwards is yes, and to the sideways is no. All of those kinds of things. You have a pattern for your pendulum to follow to give you the information that you're asking for. Now, I challenge you to think about this. In your mind, do you not know what that pendulum is going to tell you? You may think it's there's premonitions that you can get before the answer comes from your pendulum. You're going deep into your receiving centers, and you're jumping the gun a little bit on the pendulum, but you're going to get in your mind, you're going to get what that pendulum is going to tell you before it tells you. It's there. The pendulum is just going to tell you, but you can think of those things before that happens. Now, are there other ways to do that? I'm going to simply say yes. You can do kinesiology. You can lean forward and backwards. That's a good way. You can do the circles of your fingers and try and pull them apart. And if you pull it apart, it's yes or no. And if it can really strong, then that's a positive. And in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Well, I could hear stuff, but if I want to get real strong confirmation, then I seek other ways to enhance that or to confirm it. And there's nothing wrong with doing it that way, in my opinion. If you feel like it's not the right thing to do, then choose something that's different for you. Your guides are going to help you to find the best way to communicate with you in your desires to communicate with them. And I'll tell you, I get, if I have some supplements at night and I don't know if my body wants it, then I ask my body, do you want this particular supplement? And my body will lean forward or backwards or whatever. But it always tells me first. Yes. Oh, there it goes. I'm getting the yes on that. I hear it first. It just comes to you. I'm not sure if it's words or whatever. You just get a positive feeling. There, you're tuning into what your higher self wants you to how you want to communicate with your higher self. They're going to help you. They want you to know everything that they know, and that way you can live your life in a more pure way. There's no opposition to you receiving from them. They'll sit down and have a chat with you if indeed you were able to allow that to take place in your life. It's just a simple thing. They want to communicate with you. And some of the first things that you get to, if you open up your mind, when I first started talking to Yeshua, the first thing he wanted me to know, the first thing he wanted me to know is how much he loved me. He wanted to be sure that I knew that he loved me. And I can go back on that and feel the feelings, and I know it's him. It's beautiful. So your guides want to teach you how to speak to them and listen for the answers. They want this in the most intense way for you to find out who you are and to learn that you can communicate with them and receive the higher information that you need to fulfill your purpose in life. It's all to get you to the right place at the right time. I apologize if people are a little bit upset because I use personal stuff, but I felt like that was appropriate this time. Let's move on to the next question.
Ron, that was such a beautiful answer. Thank you for sharing. And we will be right back with another question.
Okay.